I'm going to start off with this. I'm going to talk about what is the content creation process at 2i and what do we do here. Right? So we're talking about this as a series of videos where we want to showcase how we create our content and therefore why it is important, why it is particularly important to create content in this fashion. Right? So that's the idea here. I'm going to share the content creation process for one question and then outline how we go about creating that. Right? Of particular importance also, what I want to stress on, what I want to drive home is the fact that there's been a lot of plagiarism in our content and I'm extremely peeved with that. I'm shooting these videos to highlight that as well. So it's a little bit of I want to find common cause with people seeing this video and then tell them that look, people are copying videos and content left, right and center with nariya thought about why something was constructed. So it's like saying look, there is a process for building something, then there are 10 steps to it. Suddenly you jump at step 7 because it seems the most glamorous. And then you pilfer that and run with it, and sometimes that's not the best way to go about learning. Right? So I'm going to talk about how we create our content. Right? I'm going to start with one specific idea, right? Sum of factors of a number. Right? It's a very simple formula for that. If you have a number which is p power a, q power b, r power c, then it can be factorized as 1 plus p square, and then the sum of the factors is 1 plus p square into 1 plus q square all the way 1 plus r square, multiply add all this and then multiply them, you'll get that. Right? So if you don't know this formula, it's probably good to read up on it and then find out. Right? The classic content creation process would be to take up an idea like this, spin out 5 questions and say, look, what is sum of formulae for a number 25? What is sum of the formulae for 120? What is sum of the, not sum of the formulae, what is the sum of factors of 246? Throw these out and then evaluate that. When we do that, we throw out a few numbers to get some practice in for that. And then I'm very fond of this one idea called as flipping the concept, right? Which is quite simply, we're teaching something, saying A gives us B, then the question will be, given B, what is A all about? Right? So what do we do then? We say, the sum of factors of a number is K, find the number. Right? So, and that is a question that we will come up with after a few questions of practice like this. Then we'll say sum of factors of a number is a given number, find this. Right? Then we will build that a little bit and then finally we'll end with a question like this. It's a beautiful question. The sum of factors of a number is 124. What is a number? Right? So, given sum of factors, how do you find the number? That's a challenge here. Right? But the challenge doesn't end here. The beauty of this 124 is the fact that it can be factorized as 31 into 4. Right? 4 is 1 plus 3. So the prime number could be 3. 31 is a sum of powers of primes. So 1 plus 2 square plus 2 plus 2 power 4 is 31. So this number could be 16 into 3, 48. But not just that. 31 is also 1 plus 5 plus 25. So 1 plus 5 plus 25 is again 31. So this number could have been 5 square into 3. So 48 and 75 both have sum of their factors adding up to 124. So we have a process, we teach an idea, we give some practice and then flip the question, but then create the question with enough nuance so that there are multiple answers to this. So this question can be asked only with 124 as the number. So there's a lot of thought that goes into creating that number, 124. But then what gets me peeved is you can go here and then Google this idea. Sum of factors of a number is 124. And then there is M for math, faceprep.in, CAT exam group, IBPS exam guide. This fellow, admissionadvice.in, has a PDF of all our questions. Right? And then myriad Facebook group. This goes to 4 pages. There are 30 plus different websites which showcase the same question. Why is this such an issue? Is this number 124, the special part is in the 31. 31 into 4 is 124. So if we crack 31 as 1 plus 5 square and as 1 plus 2 square plus 2 plus 2 power 4. That means 16 and 25 are the underlying numbers. 16 into 3, 25 into 3 will have same sum of factors. 16 into 7, 25 into 7 will have same sum of factors. 16 into 11, 25 into 11 will have same sum of factors. So anyone who's copying this question could just have put sum of the factors as that number. You still have got 2 answers. It will still mean a wonderful question, but they don't care enough to even do that little bit, because if you Google that, you can't find that. And so I want to highlight this issue because I've gone to town talking about it. I've spoken to my competitors, I've spoken to the platform providers, but nobody takes them seriously. So I want to reach out to students and say, at some point of time, students have to say, look, we won't deal with plagiarized content. Plagiarism is wrong. Fine. This took me an hour because I didn't want to find just one number. I decided I wanted to find many numbers. So I wrote down in a simple Excel. These are prime numbers. So this number is 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2 plus 4, 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16 plus 32 and so on. And likewise, this is 1 plus 3 plus 9 plus 27 plus 81 plus 243 and so on. And then I compared these and then I decided to figure out where some two numbers would be equal. Once I pick that, then I know I can generate equal numbers. Fine. So luckily enough, if you notice, there's a 31 here and a 31 here. Not just that, there can be wonderful other variants of this question. It's a fabulous variant here. Is 63 into 4 is 252. 14 into 18 is also 252. Therefore, if the sum of the factors of a number were 252, there again would be two beautiful numbers that come out of it. Find those numbers. Now that's a wonderful variant of that question. I had told myself I'll show my hand with this 124 and hold back that 252 for the marks. So I plant an idea, do some practice, flip the question, do some practice, flip the question, create a question which has multiple answers, showcase that in the question bank and topic wise test, have another slightly tougher variant of that, stick it in the mocks. So we do so much and we stare at this table for 45 minutes to pick that other pair. That's what we do for creating content. It's a painfully wonderful job. It's joyous to pick that pattern. And then it drives me mad that some set of people all over the world just pick this final point. It's not even the fact that there's plagiarism. The fact that the process of having to come up with this 124 has been insulted while doing that. And so content creators are a finicky lot. So I don't want to make this into a whiny mode. But the truth is, there is quite a few people who've been pilfering content merrily. And there's got to be some form of retaliation against that. There's somebody who's got to say, look, we don't deal with pilfered content. Some of the students have got to say, look, I've seen this question. Somebody has spent blood to create this question. They've spent time to come up with that one number that fits two criteria. So that these choices are brilliant. They gave numbers as 48 and 75. It's easy to pick. If I give choice like that, then it's not easy to pick. I can make it a theta question, but then I can't have two choices, two boxes. We show the hand with this where we say more than one such number exists. So the student can suddenly say, look, I found one, maybe one more exists, let me pause. So we tip them in the right direction, but we don't give away the whole hand. The most common answer I get is either this or this. People get either 48 or 75, rarely both. The guy who gets both, they no longer have to prepare for factors. They've got it. And so there's so much thought and idea has gone into that one question, selecting that one number, holding back one number for later on for practice, and creating the choices like this. And then willy-nilly people pilfer that. And people should know better. The guys who are stealing should know better. I've spoken to a lot of them. They don't seem to care. I'm crying myself hoarse here. But one of the reasons I want to reach out to students and not to the guys who are actually doing this is I've given up all hope of ever trying to convince my brethren in the teaching community that this right there is the wrong thing to do. Right? So guys who are going to do this are going to continue to do this. I hope that students will finally say, look, I'm going to go to original content. I don't care about this. I don't care for this plagiarism. Fine. All the best for your cat.